I'm going to do an exercise for Siamese Mah Jongg using Wright Patterson rules. The purpose of this exercise is twofold. Train yourself to force hands in pre-selected categories in preparation for playing in a tournament. 2, test your knowledge of the Green Book. We're going to pre-select 6 categories since we're playing 2 hands at one time. Force hands in these categories only. If you're new to Mah Jongg, or if you already know how to play and just want to build your skills, consider subscribing to my channel. That way you won't miss anything. These are the categories we're going to force. Let's roll for prevailing. I rolled an 11, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That would be West. West is prevailing. I rolled an odd number. Player 1 would be odd, player 2 is even. So for the exercise, we're going to say we're player 1. I'll get 28 tiles. This will be interesting. We have jewel hands, hands of honors, sequence hands, date hands, number hands, and pair hands. We do have East and red. There's a hand called Eleanor, and we have pairs 8, 7, 2, 3. We could play Eleanor, and that would even be set. We could pung, no holds barred. Number hands are on page 22. Eleanor is number 40. 3 different numbers punged in each suit with a pung of east winds and a pair of red dragons. 8, 7, 2, or 3. So we need to come up with something else here. So we need to keep an eye on that and pick the right pair. And it has to be number simples, no 1s or 9s. So let's see if we pick, I don't know, let's just pick the 2 for now. And then we need to figure out what to do with the rest of these tiles. I'm thinking about maybe termination. We have 1, 2, 3 pair of terminals. Let's see how many discards we have. 10. That's not bad. I try to have 8, but we're forcing hands, so it's going to be a little bit heavier in discards. I think I would do this. Hand of honors, termination, I think is what this would be called. 4 pungs of terminals with a pair of Windsor dragons. That is going to be a hand of honors. Hands of honors are on pages 25 and 26. Termination is number 67. 4 pungs of terminals and a pair of Windsor dragons. We could pung, pung, pung. All we need is a pair to pung that. So I think that's a good plan here. Eleanor and termination. That could even be a double Mah Jongg, I think, because we're ready to pung here and here. All we need is pairs right there. I would hope to draw more terminals to help out. And if we do draw well, we could maybe even play Heavenly Twins instead, which is 7 pair. Let me know what you think about this plan. There are jewel hands in here. but there aren't that many cracks. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, or 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. I don't think the numbers are healthy enough for a jewel hand using the dragons. We could probably make sequence hands work, and even maybe pair hands, but I kind of, when I have the opportunity, I like to get the more difficult hands out of the way, win those first, and then do the easy ones later. I rolled a 7. 1, 3, 5, 7 is west. I rolled an odd. We're going to be the dealer. Player 1. Okay, look at all those BAMs. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7. Dragon. I might try a jewel hand here. 3, let's see, 2, 3, let's look at the numbers. I forget the number. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 for Jade. 2, 3, or 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7, and the dragon. That would be garnet, number 30 on page 20. So there's that possibility there. And then we have a pair hand potential here for razzle, news with dots. Here we have 1, 2 pair, 1, 2 pair. There's some double number potential here, but we already won the double number hand. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have the same potential with both suits. So what I would do here is I would play whatever comes in. Three, 5, 7. We need help here. We need the green dragon, pung, pung. We need 7 BAM, 9 BAM, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. 4 BAMs would be nice for garnet. 4 BAM, 7 BAM, 9 BAM. You can't use ones. So this would be garnet, jewel hand. Here would be news with pairs, either dots or cracks, whichever comes in. We have equal potential because we have 2 pair here and 2 pair here. So I would discard these first, see what comes in. If dots come in, discard cracks. If cracks come in, discard dots. And here I would force garnet, the jewel hand. So we have jewel hands and pair hands. These are going to take some work, but the foundation is here for razzle, which is news with 5 pair. Incidentally, those are all on page 17. Razzle is number 6. One more. Date hands. Date hands are very challenging. Specific numbers and lots of dragons. I rolled an 8, so north is prevailing. I rolled a 10, so we're going to be player 2. Okay. We have 8 cracks, 7 dots, 6 bams. So I'm going to try to do sequence hands with cracks. Let's see if we can make a date hand work with the dots and the bams. I don't know. We have a pung of 3s in there. 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 9, 1, 2, news, dragons. So let's look at date hands. Chinese New Year, number 79 on page 27. Page 27. Number 79. Pungs of 3s, 5s, and 7s. Pung of the corresponding dragon and 1 of each remaining dragon. We have a 3 and a 7. We could maybe play Chinese New Year. That would use the pung of 3s. Okay, there's also Lewis and Clark, number 82, 1804 in 1 suit, 1806 in a 2nd suit, news with a pung of prevailing wind. We have news. We have 1804. We have 1806. And we have a white dragon. Lewis and Clark. I think Lewis and Clark is better than Chinese New Year. Lewis and Clark right here. 1804. 1806. We need a white dragon and a pung of north for Lewis and Clark. Double limit concealed hand. And then what I would do here is play probably pung chow with bams. Hold cracks just in case they come in instead of the bams, or really even the dots. Obviously we have more cracks than we do cracks. We have more bams than we do cracks and dots. I would discard the green dragon first, build this, whichever comes in, play that suit for sequence hands. Probably pung chow. That's the most flexible hand in the book. Pung chow. I'd probably throw this and then start with dots. See if either cracks or bams come in. But this I think is really nice. We need a white dragon and a north. It is concealed though, so that has to be completed with really good drawing. It's doable though. Date hand, sequence hand. Siamese Force is a great exercise if you're preparing to play in a tournament, but it's also a great way to test your knowledge of the green book. Try it without even referencing it, and then once you make your choices, check yourself and see how you do. The goal that I try to have when playing a normal game is to make a decision so I have 8 discards or less. If you're forcing hands, you're probably going to have a few more discards because you're going to make it happen. You're going to make the tiles work for you as opposed to having the tiles show you what to do. So there's a little give and take there because you're still going to leverage the predominant patterns and the multiples in your hand. I hope you give this exercise a try. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click that little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next Siamese Force for Wright Patterson Mah Jongg, may all your picks be keepers.